Alright guys, I know I'm a little bit late to the party again with this whole Sonic 30th anniversary situation thing, but I was one of the first to the Roger situation, so to that I say not all hope is lost for Sonic leaks on the channel. But since that video released about I think it was like 2 weeks ago now, we've had confirmation that Tails' voice actor is leaving, as is Amy's, but we do not know anything about Shadow at the moment. And also Mike Pollock is staying as Eggman, so that's a huge plus, a huge win. But then in terms of other things, there's been a few more details released about Sonic Prime, the Netflix show, and we've now had a few more leaks about the 30th anniversary and what's going to be coming within it. And this post was made on the 5th of February, so I'm only 2 days late, but there's been a lot of videos about this already, but I thought I'd cover it myself and give my thoughts on it. But this is a blog post by Zippo, which is a very credible leaker. He's leaked a few things with Nintendo in the past, and he did get in trouble from them, so I hope I'm not going to get in any trouble for this. I'm just reading something that someone's put on the internet, guys. I'm not the first one. Right, but in terms of things like Sonic Prime, I'm not going to exactly go over that because so many people have already covered Sonic Prime, and even though it's not in my best of interest at the moment because it's still a long way off release, I'll start talking about it more when we know like actual things about it, so when we see like footage, because in terms of how it sounds at the minute with, you know, like multiple different dimensions and all these different types of Sonics, 24 episodes, a serious tone, it's sounding good, but we don't have actual footage of it yet, so I'll cover that when we have footage. So if we're going to come down here to the actual leaks about the 30th anniversary itself, modern is the focus is the first thing that headlines things as suggested by this logo, which is a fantastic decision because we need more modern Sonic coverage, in my opinion. Like, the 25th anniversary was a little bit of a collapse, if I'm being honest with you, and not long after we did get Sonic Mania, which I guess is part of the 25th celebration, which, you know, classic Sonic had his moments of fame again in this last decade with Generations, Forces and Unleashed, I'm thinking of Boost and Mania, sorry, and then of course Sonic Mania Adventures and all these other spin-offs. But what this basically details is that classic Sonic is only going to be around in things like merch and stuff like that. You know, there's loads of different things, and because of the fans continuing classic Sonic legacy with fan games and things like that, Sega have decided to say no, we'll let the fans handle classic Sonic for now, because, you know, they were upstaged by fans with Sonic Mania, so this, I guess they're trying to redeem themselves, you could say. So alleged games, we have a new collection of games. So the last collection that we ever got was the Genesis collection for the PlayStation 4, you know, modern consoles, which is a great collection, but it's got the same, you know, classic Sonic games that we've had re-released for years now. And in terms of other games that we got the Ultimate Mega Drive Genesis collection on the PS3, and in terms of other things, like, that was the only other collection we got. The last time we had a proper Sonic collection was on the PS2. I'm going to cut this footage because my current get-up isn't exactly anything I'm fond of. It's pyjamas, so I'm gonna go over there a second. Well, anyways, yeah, like I was saying, the last collections we got with a load of games on it, and fair enough, they are classic games, but it was the two Mega collections. So on the GameCube, it's just Mega collection with 7 games, and then on the PS2, which was supposed to be a PS2 exclusive, but we did end up getting this on the Xbox as well. You have a few more games on it, as well as other Sega titles from the past. And then we also got the Gems collection, which was also supposed to be an exclusive, but got released on other platforms. So fun. You know, money opportunities. I think that's just regional, though, however. But yeah, and then on the Gems collection, we had CD Fighters and all. See, this was the first time CD Fighters and all were actually re-released. And they have been re-released since. You know, we've got Fighters on the Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation Network, and then we have CD now on Steam. And then in terms of Sonic Art, I don't think we have that anywhere else. So this is a collection here, and it says that this is just going to be games that haven't been in circulation for a long time. So that is, like they suggested, Sonic Advance, Pocket Adventure, Sonic Art. You know, they are likely inclusions. I can expect that, of course, because, you know, they've only ever been, well, Sonic Art's only ever been re-released once, and then Sonic Advance, you know, the series, and Pocket Adventure, they've never been re-released. And then also Rush, I think, should be on this collection as well if we're going that direction, because of course they've never been re-released, as well as Colors on the DS. And then if we're going to talk about other games that haven't been re-released, and these seem like legacy titles, I would be willing to put Sonic Heroes in this collection because it's never ever been re-released. It's been put on obviously the PlayStation Network store for a PS2 thing that they did on the PS3, you know, when you could buy the older games, but of course it was a very, very bogged down port. So I can see that being on there. Maybe Shadow the Hedgehog, but I'm not sure. In terms of things like PS3 games, I really do not think they'll put any like Sonic Unleashed or 6 or Colors on there because they deserve Steam ports or an entire collection in their own right, because of course they haven't been re-released. And then what the fans would pay to play Unleashed and Colors with the same treatment that Galaxy got in the 3D All-Stars for Mario's 35th anniversary, that'd be insane. But in terms of 06, it's a very unlikely story because obviously that game got shit on. But I don't know, a lot more fans seem to be appreciating it recently. So it's a possibility, but I don't know. Sega I don't think they'd do that, because even though they have moved on from 06 and they do make memes about it themselves, it's still a thing that's impacted the company, because as you can see, they do not want to do what they did in that game again. But obviously, new Mario and Sonic game, which I don't really care about. I think the series has been pretty dead since London 2012. The Rio 2016 one was fine. Sochi I haven't played, and then the new one is just, it's okay. You know, they haven't been the same since 2012, so yeah. Like, they say everything's fine, it's, you know, blah blah blah, it's 50-50 on it happening. I can see it happening, but it'll be late. And there was something up here as well that I was going to mention, but I completely forgot, so I'm going to brush over it. A new 2D Sonic. This one caught my attention, like really caught my attention, because it's a 2D Sonic game, but it uses modern Sonic, thank the Lord. It's not Mania 2, or it could be Mania 2, just with modern Sonic, but it's more like Sonic Rush, Sonic Advance, basically, which I think is fantastic. Advance and Rush are really great games, and I've had a lot. I think Rush, in my opinion, is better than Advance, only by just there's only a few minor details about Rush that I do prefer over Advance, in terms of level design and how it functions. But yeah, I think Rush, like a new Rush game, that would be fantastic, because it's a series that I love and a few other people love as well. Well, not a few, like many. Same with Advance. So yeah, I think that'd be awesome to see, and it would make sense if they're going to put those games in the new collection. That's been rumoured as well. So the next 3D Sonic, it is not a boost game, which is interesting, because obviously I think the boost, you could probably get one more game out of it only if you go back to what you did with it in Sonic Unleashed, personally, because that's where it felt the fastest, and I do think the control was really good there. You just needed to change around the drift and the stomp, and then that was fine. But what I do like about this thing is that it's fully 3D, and if you was to do fully 3D, I think the boost would get a little bit messy, because it's, you know, of how fast the boost is. Basically, I don't think you'll be able to play Sonic Adventure with the boost speed. It wouldn't feel right. So, you know, like full 3D, no 2D. Features Return of the Spin Dash in 3D, which is great, as well as character upgrades. So, like in Adventure 2, where you go to White Jungle with Shadow, and you get the Lightspeed Dash. You know, it's a similar concept. I'm trying to jog my memory, or in Metal Harbor where you get Lightspeed Dash. There are more playable characters than just Sonic. Tails, Knuckles, Shadow seem very likely. I really do like this so far. It'll be the first conceptualized by the Sonic Pillar, which is a new kind of dev team in the US for Sonic. Sega CS2 R&D had a number of new hires, past forces. So Sonic Team is just a brand name, so no different marketing. Okay, so just a completely new team, basically, that's going to be working on this, with some inclusions from Sonic Team, I think, which is fine, because Sonic Team haven't been at the top of the game for a long time, I don't think. I think it's time to get this shit together before they carry on. The game will be cross-gens, so that'll be PS4, PS5. If I was to play this game, I'd 100% play it on the PS5. But if I was to give, I mean, it's good for money making, but in my opinion, they should just keep this onto next-gen consoles, because it gives Sonic fans a reason to buy it, which gives more sales to Sony, Xbox, whatever, and PC. And as well as that, you can play the game to its full potential, and you might be able to do a bit more with Sonic. You know, bigger environments, faster loading time. Sonic could maybe run at the speed he's supposed to in this 3D environment without the boost. Think boost speed, but without the boost. So 06 mach speed. So, and then the game is not a time with the movies. Paramount's doing their own thing. I like that. So cameo and guest appearances. Sonic will apparently appear in a guest, and so etc. So another few Sega games. Reveal is like in the next few weeks and the end of March. So between now and the end of March, if this leak is credible enough, we'll get something which you bet your ass I'm going to be reacting to that. And then obviously final thoughts, approach everything with a grain of salt. So from what I've read through this blog post, obviously, and what I've seen other people cover, this is good. I like the sound of this, and I know a lot of people have already said this, like, oh yeah, this is something good for the series for once, but no, let's just calm down. Let's not give the series that much slander, okay? The series was great a few years back, After 06, which a lot of people didn't like, obviously we got Secret Rings, which was even worse in my opinion. But then we also got Sonic Unleashed, which was fantastic. I mean, back then a few people thought, yeah, especially IGN, which further stains Sonic Team and Sega, which wasn't good for the image at all. But a lot of people appreciate Unleashed now. And then with other things as well, we've got Black Knight, which is a very controversial one. Some people like it, some people hate it. I'm on the side that does like it. After Black Knight, we got Colors, which everyone seems to like. Then we got Generations, which was fantastic. Then after Generations, things kind of started to take a dip. Like, as a celebration game, Generations wasn't easy. It was easy from the get-go, You don't need to think of any unique levels. You just need to come up with a decent story and a final boss, and that's it. Everything and there's not much new content in Generations apart from the Time Eater, and whether the Time Eater is a good inclusion or not, that's for you to decide. But in terms of gameplay and things like that, it was a fantastic celebration. But then after that, obviously things started to take a bit of a downturn because we got Lost World, which, give or take, you might like it, you might not. I've only played the 3DS version, and from what I've played, it's okay. But I do now have the actual version, the HD version on Steam, so I'll probably give that a play eventually, because I do want to review every 3D Sonic game on the main channel at one point in a series. And then after that we got Sonic Boom, which was... I mean, the 3DS games were fine, but Wii U-wise, Rise of Lyric... I don't know if that'll get re-released anytime soon. It might get put on Steam with a few fixes, but it won't be. I don't think it'll be in a big collection. No chance. No, that's just my thoughts. And then in 2017, we got Mania and Forces. Only one of those games were good. I think it's obvious which one. 2018 Mania Plus and Team Sonic Racing. Was that 2019? I can't remember. But we've not had a Sonic game, like a proper Sonic game, since 2019, which was Team Sonic Racing. Or 2018. I honestly don't remember when it came out, because I think it was 2019, because I think that's when we got CTR, and it came out in the same year CTR, because after TSR came out, CTR came out and it just smashed it. So yeah, we haven't had a Sonic game since Team Sonic Racing, and I do think while it was a good racing game, it wasn't anything special. The last good Sonic game we had that actually classes as a main series Sonic game 3D was Generations, and that was in 2011. It's been 10 years nearly since Generations came out. Like, what? Really? 10 years? A decade without anything substantial from the series? That's a bit depressing. Obviously I've been growing up with the series, so I didn't notice this as much, and I didn't complain about it as much since then. Because I was just like, oh yeah, this is coming out, oh I can't play this, I'll just play the older games. Oh, this comes out, oh I can't play it. Hey, I've got 3DS now, Shattered Crystal. Oh, Lost World 3DS, I'll give that a try. Sonic Forces, yeah, it was alright. No, it wasn't. I didn't exactly have a good viewpoint on the series, and I couldn't go back and play any of the other games because at the time I didn't have my old consoles, they got sold. But since then I've obviously with my own money bought them back, the Wii, PS2, PS1, etc, etc. So now my availability to Sonic games is... What happened to my voice? Jesus Christ. So basically my availability to Sonic games has just opened up again. So I've been able to go back and play them, and I'm finding a newfound respect for the series, if you could say that. I mean, I've always been a lifelong fan, but now I'm just starting to appreciate the series a little bit more. So my thoughts on this blog post, it sounds fantastic, but again, take it with a grain of salt. So thank you for listening. Again, I'll try not to be too late with the news next time. But yeah, everything that's going on so far for the 30th anniversary, from what's been said with voice actors and what's been put out with leaks, it's sounding good, and I can only keep my expectations low, but I can stay optimistic. So thank you all for watching and listening, whatever you were doing, and I'll see you all in the next video of mine, whatever that may be. Take care and peace.